So coming on down, and let's go to a kneeling position first if we haven't already. If you know where your child's pose is, you can go straight there. Otherwise, join me here. Let's go knees nice and wide to start with. That's my preference anyway. You can go knees closer together and bring the forehead forward. Keep the hips as close as you can to your heels. I know my low back and hips are a little bit tight today, so mine are lifting slightly, and that is absolutely fine. So just settling back in, taking a few deep breaths here. If your forehead doesn't quite reach the mat, you can bring your hands underneath your forehead, or you can use a block. So if you've got a nice sturdy water bottle or a yoga block or something like that, that might be handy. I'm going to take a few deep breaths here. And taking one more big deep breath here. Then coming on up to all fours. So starting on all fours here, bring the knees back in towards center if they're not already. Stack the hands directly underneath the shoulders. We come into a little round of cat-cow. So rounding, dipping the belly, looking up, hips come up, and then exhale, rounding through. Beautiful. Inhale, looking up, and then exhale to round through. Beautiful. One more. Inhale, looking up, and then exhale to round through. Beautiful. Inhale, looking up, and then exhale to round through. Beautiful. Inhale, looking up, and then exhale to round through. Coming back to a neutral spine here. And take a little wiggle out through the body. Beautiful. Nice work. And coming back to center here. So from here, we're going to come on over to a seated position for a moment. So you've got an option. You can come to a kneeling seated position here, or you can come around, scoot your legs forward. I'm going to scoot my legs forward here. Let's go into if your legs are forward, coming into a cross-legged position if that feels okay, or a nice easy seat. So we're going to inhale, lift the arms on up, and then exhale, take a twist towards the right. I'm just going to adjust my camera, so hold that twist towards the right for a moment. Beautiful. Hold that twist towards the right, and then inhale, lift the arms on up, and then we're going to come on around, twisting the other direction as we exhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on up again. And take a little fold forward here if that's accessible. So it may not be very accessible, depending on how your hips are feeling. You may choose to stay upright. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on up, and then exhale, coming back to center. Change the cross in your legs if you're facing that way. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on up and coming on around to the right. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on up and taking it to the left. Beautiful, lifting on up, and we take that fold forward here with those legs the other direction. So just taking that little fold forward. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on up. Wherever you are here, I'll encourage you to stretch your legs out nice and long here. And then inhale, lifting on up again. And then exhale, take a little fold forward over those outstretched legs. So depending on how your hamstrings feel, you may not get very far, and that is absolutely fine. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on up, and then exhale. Bring the hands down behind you. You've got an option to keep the legs where they are or bend the knees. Bending the knees is going to be a little bit easier than keeping the legs straight. We're going to lift the hips on up into a reverse tabletop. Beautiful. And lower on down. Beautiful here. Let's come on forward into a little boat pose, just starting to activate through the core. Beautiful. And from our boat pose, we're very gently going to lower all the way down to our back. So lower down for 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Hugging the knees in towards the chest. Take a little circle out through the knees. Beautiful. And then back the other direction. Beautiful. Nice work. So releasing here, bringing the legs to a tabletop position here. So really brace your core, pull the belly down towards the spine and keep the knees stacked over the hips, feet point straight out in front. Hands come on down to the mat. I'm going to take a couple of little toe taps here just to start activating through the core. Really pull the belly into spine. Make sure your low back is not arching as you drop the heels or toes down. Now, this might feel like enough. If you want a little bit more, you can lengthen out the legs and go full length here. Beautiful. Few more here. Activating that core. We've got 4 and 3, 2 and done. Nice work. Hugging the knees in towards the chest again. Take a little circle out. That's it. Bring those feet back to our tabletop position and really activating through our core here. We're going to try and reach our hands on up to our ankles and release. Let's go 4 more here. Little controlled reach up. Nice. Almost like a little modified Pilates move here. So the reason we're doing this, we've got a couple of moves later where we're going to reach towards our ankles. So we really want to focus on activating the core as we do this. Last one here, reaching on up and beautiful. Coming on in, give those knees another little hug here. Option to coming into a happy baby. You might grasp the outside edges of the feet. You might grasp the back of the knees or the ankles. Beautiful. Coming on in. Beautiful. Legs, knees are out nice and wide here, so coming towards the armpits here, and little twist. Little side to side rocking motion might feel good. Head is down on the floor. Let's release here and bringing the legs out, stretching the body out nice and long here. Beautiful. From here, hug the knees back in towards the chest. Take a little rock and roll. We're going to come on over to all 4s. Beautiful. However you get there, coming on over to all 4s. Take a little round of cat-cow here. We've activated through our core. Now keep that core on throughout the rest of the class. Inhale, looking up, and then exhale to round through. Let's go. 3. Last one here. And tucking the toes under, keep that core braced, pushing back up to our first down dog of the morning. Take a little pedal out through the legs. I know my calves are feeling a little bit tight this morning and this feels great. So we'll take a little bit more of a pedal here. That's it. 1 more. Sinking the heels down to the floor, tilting the hips up nice and high to the sky. We're going to walk forward all the way to stand. So walk, step the feet And taking a little ragdoll here, grasping opposite elbows, maybe a little sway side to side might feel good. Releasing the hands down, and then inhale, lifting on all the way up. Bringing hands to heart center. We'll take one breath here. Inhale, lifting all the way up, and then exhale to fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift, nice flat back here. Exhale to fold, stepping back on the right leg, dropping that right knee down towards the floor. Inhale to lift. So if your hips and that kind of thing are feeling a little bit tight, you can try and sink the hips forward and down. If your hips are feeling quite loose, really activate through your core here and try and stabilize through your hips here. Glutes activate, so squeeze those glutes a little bit as well here. Taking one more breath in here, and then exhale. Coming on down, bringing the hands down, and this time we're going to step our left leg out towards the side, so directly out to the side of your hip. From here, we're going to sink those hips all the way back, and bringing them forward. So a little bit of a funky stretch through the legs here. So sink the hips forward. You can hold here for a breath or two. And then come on forward. We're going to lift on all the way up. So your left leg is stretched out to the side. And from here, lifting on up through your right arm. Left hand slides down that leg into a little side bend. So really activate through your glutes here. Squeeze the glutes in to help stabilize your hips. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come on down out of that twist or out of that side bend. Bringing that leg back in. And then from here, lowering on all the way down to the mat. Beautiful. Inhale to cobra, exhale to lower. Let's go one more. Inhale, pushing up to cobra, exhale to lower. Tuck the toes under, pushing back up to down dog. Take a little pedal out if that feels good. Beautiful. From here, inhale, lifting up our right leg. Beautiful, bringing knee to nose, hover it through and step. Give it a helping hand if you need. We lift on up, crescent lunge. Keep a nice bend in that front knee. So same thing applies here. Let's keep those glutes braced. If you need to stabilize your hips, you can bring a little bend into that back knee. Make sure that your belly core is on and you're stabilizing through your hips here. And from here, we want to keep that arch out of the low back. So we don't want to just let the core go and arch through the back. Keep the core on, pull the belly in and up so your back stays nice and straight here. Beautiful. Exhale, hands coming on down to the mat, stepping forward. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Inhale to lift. Hands to heart center. Take a moment. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back. Left leg. Drop that left knee down. Inhale to lift. That's it. Nice work. Really stabilize through those hips. Core on, glutes brace. Exhale, hands coming on down to the mat and stepping it on back. Beautiful. Little round of cat-cow here, so just one round. Coming back to center, bringing our right leg directly out to the side. From here, we sink the hips back and bring it forward. That's it, and back. We can take a little rest here, little stretch out through that leg. Beautiful, coming back to center and lifting on up. Beautiful, brace your glutes for a little bit of stability here. Right hand stretches out towards that right leg. Lift the left arm up and over for our side bend. Really brace your glutes here. Take another breath or two here. Make sure your right foot is flat on the floor here as much as you can, so the ankle is a little bit bent here. Take one more breath here, and then exhale, release it on down to the mat, and stepping it on back. Beautiful. We are going to lower straight down to the mat. So roll the body forward into that high plank position. Adjust if you need. And we lower down, elbows bend behind. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to lower. Let's go one more here. Inhale and exhale. Plant the hands, tuck toes, pushing back up. Elbows stay by your side here. That's it. Coming on around, pedal out those feet if that feels good. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting up, left leg. Bringing knee to nose, step it through, give it a helping hand if you need. And then inhale, lifting up, crescent lunge. Beautiful. Really stabilize through the core here. Use those glutes. Little bend in that back knee if you need. Beautiful. One or two more breaths here. That's it. Exhale. Hands coming on down to the mat. Stepping forward. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Inhale to lift. Here's where we build on. Hands to heart. Inhale, lifting on up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back, right leg. We take a little twist here, a little bit different. Lift up, left arm. Beautiful. Hands come down to the mat, stepping it back, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to child's pose. Beautiful. Back to all fours. Right leg out to the side. We sink the hips back, so a little bit different here. Lift on up and lift on all the way up here. Take that little side bend. Beautiful. And coming on back. Core is stable here. Step it back. Tuck the toes. Back to down dog. We lift our right leg here. Right knee comes in towards the nose. Hover for a moment. Keep the back toes really pushing into the floor. Heel lifted, hips lifted. Step it through. Inhale to lift. Crescent lunge, wobbles welcome. Beautiful. Core is on here. Keep that low back stable. Exhale. Drop that back heel down towards the floor. Open out. Warrior two. We flip and reverse. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Straighten through that front leg. We reach for Trikonasana. Beautiful. From here, windmill that left hand all the way down. Pivot the body around to face towards the side of your mat. Take a wide-legged forward fold here. So the toes are going to pivot slightly, so your feet point straight forward. Beautiful. From here, we take a twist. So right hand plants down to the mat. Lift the left arm up as far as you can into that twist. Exhale, release. And bending into that left knee, right leg stays straight. Skandasana. You can lift up a little bit if that feels more stable. Beautiful. Pivot back to the front of your mat. Crescent lunge. Hands come down. Step forward. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Lifting all the way up. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on all the way up. And we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Left leg steps back. Beautiful. From here, taking that twist. So lifting right arm up. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Stepping it back. High to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Nice and strong here. Exhale, back through to down dog. That's it. Inhale, right leg. Or should I say left leg? We better go the opposite side. Left leg lifts up. Exhale. Oh, I forgot our little child's pose, didn't I? Let's go down to our child's pose. We did not forget that. Coming on up. Sinking that left leg out. Making sure we don't forget a bit. Coming on up, side bend, and coming on down, reset, coming on back up to down dog. And then from here we lift up our left leg, bringing knee to nose, hover it in, take a moment here, step it through. Inhale to lift, all the way up, crescent lunge, stabilize, and then open out, warrior two. That's it, inhale, reverse. Coming back to center, straighten through that front leg, reach, Trikonasana. That's it. Windmill that top hand all the way down and around, pivot the toes. You're coming into your wide-legged forward fold. Beautiful, left hand plants down, right arm lifts up into that twist. Beautiful, releasing there, bending back leg, straightening through front leg, Skandasana. Open out, you can stay down, hands on the floor if you prefer. Beautiful, windmill it all the way around to the front, lifting on up. That's it. Release the hands, step it forward. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Inhale to lift. We move a little bit quicker this time, last round, and we fold. Inhale and exhale. Right leg steps into that twist. Left arm and release it down. Step it back, high to low. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Lowering on down. Left leg comes out, sink it back and up. Exhale, side bend. Windmill those hands all the way around in a circle. Bring it back in and up. Right leg lifts. Knee to nose. Step it through. Beautiful. Inhale to lift. That's it. Exhale to open. Beautiful, flip and reverse. Right palm comes up, coming back to center, straighten through that front leg. Really brace your glutes here. Reaching, a triangle pose. Beautiful. Windmill the hands all the way around to the mat. Pivot those front toes. Take a little halfway lift in our forward fold. Right hand plants down, left arm comes up. Beautiful. From here, bending back leg, right leg straightens, windmill through. Beautiful. Lifting on up, really brace your glutes here to stabilize the hips. Hands come to the mat, stepping forward. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale to lift, hands to heart center. We take a breath or two here. Inhale to lift. And we fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. That's it, stepping back, left leg. Take that twist, open out through the right. Step it down, step it back. High to low. Inhale and exhale. That's it. Exhale, release those knees. Sink the hips back. Come forward, right leg comes out. Sink it back. Lift on up. Take that little side bend and rotate those arms around in a windmill shape. Send it back. Down dog. That's it. Nice work. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Inhale to lift. Brace that core. Exhale to open. Flip and reverse. Exhale, coming back to center, straighten the front leg, we reach. Trikonasana. Core is on here, really keep that core engaged. Inhale, windmill it all the way around, coming around, wide-legged forward fold. Left hand plant, right arm lift, twist. Beautiful. From here, bending back leg, straightening through front, Skandasana. Rotate around forwards, lift. Core is on here, lift it up. Beautiful. Exhale, hands coming on down to the mat, stepping it on through. Halfway lift and fold. From here, coming on down to all fours. We take a little bit of a round of cat-cow here. And round. We've got just a couple of moments left together, so let's start to settle this down to the mat. And from here, we're going to scoot the legs on out. Bring it into a wide-legged forward fold. So the legs are out at whatever angle works best for you. And take a little forward fold here. Beautiful. Coming on back up. Bringing right leg, right foot in towards the left. Reaching out towards that left leg. Take a side bend up and over. Facing the body towards that bent right knee. Beautiful. Inhale, coming on up. We change the cross of the legs and reaching right arm out to that long leg. Left arm comes up and over, body faces towards the bent left leg. Beautiful. Coming on back up and scoot yourself down along your mat if you need to. Stretching the legs out nice and long, taking it into our boat pose. And we come on down with control. So, reaching on all the way down, stretching the legs out nice and long, stretching the arms out long if that feels good, letting the body come nice and long. If it feels good, you've got an option to take feet and hands out to one side. If you're ready to rest, you can come straight into your Shavasana. If you come around into that banana shape, come around on the other side, hands and feet walk to the opposite side. And then coming on back to center, releasing the body out into our Shavasana. So have a sense through your body here of whether your body is straight. So just have a little bit of a wiggle, see if you can feel if your body is straight. I'm just going to take a couple of deep breaths here to finish our practice. If you do have time to rest here for a little bit longer, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, if you need to move on with your day, bring a little bit of movement into your fingers and toes, and then rolling over to your preferred side. I like to come over to my right hand side. Take a breath or two here, and then coming on up to a comfortable seat. Whatever that might look like for you, it's going to look different for all of us. Beautiful. Bring the hands to heart center. Bowing the head in gratitude to those who've shared the space with us this morning. Thank you for joining me this morning, guys. Have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. If you've got any comments or questions, please let me know. Otherwise, have an amazing week, guys. Thank you.